Matthew 24, verse 37 through 39.
As it was in the days of Noah,
Okay.
so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man.
Okay.
For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, up to the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away.
They did not give no school the coming of the flood. Everything was normal. They wake up. So do you know the day the flood came, it was actually somebody's wedding day. It was somebody's honeymoon day. It was somebody's date. That day, somebody had a date. Somebody's proposal was accepted that day. They were just standing under one tree, just talking. And then, rain. Is this what Noah spoke about? Oh, it's a lie. It's a lie. Noah is lying. It will stop. Then the flood began. To the knee level, oh, it will stop. Knee level, we can swim. Waist level, it will stop. Chest. Now they started climbing things. They started carrying their children and putting them on top of things. Before they realized, one child, oh, my child, oh, that child is gone. Parents are crying. Now husband is trying to help wife. And then before, my wife. You see somebody swimming. Wall geckos are swimming. Lizards are swimming. Goats are swimming. Sheep are swimming. Human beings swimming. Somebody will climb a tree. You can't climb a tree with your pregnant wife. So once you are climbing the tree, you are crying. Hey, those people, they suffer though. And then the one I pity the most will be the one who lives close to Noah, who saw the ark every day and thought this man is an old fool. It's happening today. When we preach, people think it is religion. Oh, Pastor Peusikadi. So Noah's days, 8 people were saved. Actually, Noah didn't have a family of 8. He had 3 sons and a wife. Plus himself should be 5. But the 3 sons had wives. So where you marry can guarantee your salvation. Do you remember Lot? I said Lot's situation. That one, it is the worst. Lot had 2 daughters and he had 2 guys pledged to marry to them. So when he got the information, I'm telling you about knowing the signs. Noah's children, the only advantage Noah's children had is their father. And the only advantage Noah's daughters-in-law had, ladies and gentlemen, is their husband's connection to their father. Because Noah's daughters-in-law had mothers and fathers and sisters. None of them were saved. And when you read the genealogy of Jesus Christ in Genesis chapter 5 and through chapter 6, actually the time, this is exactly when Methuselah died. When the flood began was when Methuselah died. So Methuselah's descendants, when you read those who came after Methuselah, most of them were taken away. Some of the great names you find there. Because remember, don't think that the flood carried only those who were born after Noah. No. If Noah was around 500 years, some people probably were older and some were younger. And then he had the flood carried them away. I said Noah's daughters-in-law. They will be grateful to God for their salvation. But hey, they had families, they had siblings, they had mothers and fathers and brothers. But God didn't save one of them just because their sister or whatever was inside there. Those who got into the ark were the ones saved. So in the same way, God gave the same opportunity. When the angels came to Lot, Genesis chapter 19, they said, do you have anybody in this place? So Lot went and told the guys, sons-in-law to be, come, let's read. The 2 men said to Lot, do you have anyone else, sons-in-law, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here. Now, those in Sodom and Gomorrah, they were practicing sodomy, gay, so much that they wanted to have sex with the angels, the men. Once they had heavy-duty sexual appetites, fire was coming. They didn't know. Some few minutes or hours to the fire, some people were craving for sex with another man. So it is not going to be a strange day. It is going to be the normal day. Somebody will be vibing a lady. Somebody will be like, something will be happening. But the advantage, these guys, let's read on. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law who were pledged to marry his daughters. He said, hurry, get out of this place because the Lord is about to destroy the city. But his sons-in-law thought he was joking. This thing didn't start in this generation. It is not the 21st century stubbornness. It has been human nature. How could you think your father-in-law is joking with such an expensive joke? Guess what? I'm just imagining. And the fire rained from heaven. So you may run under your shelter. But those days they used to use this hay to build. So firewood. The fire drops. You'll be inside. No fire drop. Pine. It drops here. Then I'm just imagining when the first fire landed on one of them. So, oh, father-in-law, you said it. Father-in-law, you said it. And then I'm just imagining say, oh, so am I going to die? Oh, I had the opportunity to escape. Oh, Oh, and at that time, the mercy door is closed. Now, their opportunity was Lot. Today, there are Lots and there are Noahs. As I stand here, I am sounding the alarm like a Lot, like a Noah. Don't take these days for granted. Yes. How did Noah get to know that flood was coming? God told him. How did Lot get to know fire was coming? God told him. How would you know the rapture is close? God is telling us. How did Noah's sons get to know? Noah told them. God didn't tell them. How did their wives got to know? They told their wives. So you see, it's not everybody that will hear from God. Somebody will hear, somebody will hear and hear, somebody will tell somebody. The wise will take counsel, the foolish will ignore and suffer.